Zino Platinum Scepter series. At least I think it's Scepter, not Spectre. Anyway, get ready. Hello everybody, I'm AbleK, and this is Cigar Vlog. And this is a cigar I've been putting off because of the fact that it has a rather odd name. Thank you, Shit Weather Siren. It has a rather odd name, and it took me a little bit to actually remember what that name actually was. Okay, camera, stay put. Alright, I'm going to use my arm to just pin it to the tree here real quick. Let's go ahead and get this cut and lit and see how it tastes. Get the fuck out of here, mosquito. Okay, seems to have a decent cap on there, right? So, yeah, cap seems to be pretty good, so I think I'm pretty good with a good, aggressive cut on there. Okay. Well, yes, this is the most awkward thing in the world to do. Right. It's very creamy, but also I notice this has got a little bit of a squish to it, so something to be a little concerned about. Whether or not you end up accidentally smashing the bejesus out of it. Flavor-wise, like I said, start off a little creamy. And not much else. Very creamy. Alright, so I think I got my cut a little off because there's like little flakes that don't want to agree with me. I'm going to get this down to the first inch, fix my light, and see if anything else wants to give me the case of the spits. Alright, so decent solid inch in. And we're into the tunnel, so in case it does happen to dump, all we have to worry about is echo and whether or not you still see the graffiti. Anyway, flavor-wise, we've had some creamy notes, but also notice there's something, I want to say a little sandalwoody. Especially in the retrohale, there was kind of a sweet, perfumey kind of note. Oh, with natural tobacco, creamy notes. Overall, very subtle, very mellow, but flavor is there. I'm hoping it's going to end up kind of punching up a couple of notes by the time we get to the halfway point. Okay, it's still like 83 degrees. It is like high humidity. Like I said, it looks like it's about to dump shit. So, yeah, just like walking through a tunnel, standing still, you're gonna sweat, and it's gonna be funky. Great day to go out and have a cigar, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get this down to the halfway point and see if anything wakes up, and hopefully not get run over by a random bicyclist or dog walker. They always go out in the worst weather, and the best. And pretty much the only time they don't go out is when it's like stupid cold. Even then, it's still like it's like, what is it with Colorado and bikes? Yeah, anyway, get back to the halfway point. Okay, so I'm going to call this the halfway point right about here. I've noticed this is one of those cigars that's kind of one of those goofballs that, for whatever reason, if you're going by just mouthfeel or mouth flavor, you're not getting the whole package. I suppose we can call this an aromatic cigar because most of the flavor that you get is from the retrohale. Now, thank you for playing copyrighted music in the background of my video, you fucker. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and echo that out, because I do not want to get a copyright strike for shit I have no control over. Okay, so go by just the mouth flavor. Creamy, a little bit of baking spice, kind of bland, actually. Now, combine that with retrohale, there is like, I want to say like a sweet baking spice. There's something very, very sweet in there. I want to say a little almost sandalwoody. but there's a kind of a sweet perfumey note in there. Uh-oh. If it's not bikes, it's scooters. I don't mean regular scooters, I mean those electric ones that like yeet your ass down the road at 3 miles an hour, the minute you hit a rock. No-Nos is going to be your new nickname. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the nub. Hopefully get a proper wrap-up and not almost get run over by some freaking kid on a scooter. And hopefully I'll actually be able to kind of coagulate exactly what flavors I'm getting out of this, because there's kind of a lot going on in here, which is impressive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and yank the band, get back to the nub. Okay, very much down to the nub here, and flavors have been pretty consistent throughout. Hopefully, there'll be any more motorcycles, crazy kids on scooters, or loud-ass motorcycles. Did I say motorcycles before? I meant bicycles. Did I say it? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Like I said, flavors have been pretty consistent. Mouth is very creamy. Clean tobacco. I want to say touches of baking spice. This is one of those ones that you're going to have to retrohale to get the most flavor out of it, or the majority of the flavor out of it. Because you do that, you get a sweet, floral, perfumey, almost fruity kind of note, which is quite interesting. So as far as consistent cigars go, this is definitely one of the more interesting ones, just because of the fact that you have to put a little technique into it. And once you do, it opens up quite a bit, so there's definitely a lot going on. But it's interesting because you kind of have to dig for it. So I think what was going on with that goofy music thing, at first I was thinking there may have been like, you know, a Beatles cover band or something going on. Honestly, right now I'm thinking maybe it was just some jerk off in a car that was obviously a boomer, probably in a Corvette that he saved his entire life for. So obviously he's going to blast the cool song that he grew up with, right? Everybody knows that guy. But I just played like that one Beatles song, and that was pretty much it. I keep thinking of something else to say, but it's like, I'm out. Interesting cigar. Drink pairings, I'm going to say they're pretty much classic cigar combo, you know. Good whiskey, good coffee. I want to say pair this, complement it with an old-fashioned or counter it with a very smoky scotch. Otherwise, you know, it's like you can pair whatever the hell you like. You do you. There are some big old birds over there. Okay. Anyway, I'm running out of things to say, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up from here. Yeah, pretty much. Definitely check these out. They're very interesting to smoke. Just be careful because they're a little squishy, so don't squeeze them too hard. And draw is good, but they do go kind of quick. Other than that, if you like this review or any other review, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me have a different experience. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you next time.